Say rolling around, sitting on doves, can't lie, I was high on shrubs.
So I'm talking back with another video. I'm Strange Wang, he is Nate. The X-Men are finally in the MCU. They're doing a tier list of all the Fox X-Men films. So I'll tell you the rules to our tier list videos, about if we disagree or agree, and then we'll get into it.
We'll go one movie at a time. We'll put it in a tier. We have S, A, B, C, D, F. If we disagree, we tend to split the middle. If we're only one off, we'll talk about it. Sometimes one of us is able to sway the other one. Sometimes the other one just doesn't think it's worth the argument. And we have a rule about movies that neither of us have seen, but I think we've both seen all of these, so that shouldn't be a problem today. First up, we have X2, X-Men United.
That's an A. That scene Wolverine in the school is awesome as fuck.
Yeah.
It kind of like makes sense of the comic books because the Magneto tension team up they have to take down a bigger force. They do that a lot. So I dig it.
Yeah, I do too. I think X2 is like one of the first. So when did Spider-Man 2 come out?
04.
So a year later? Because this says, is that the date this came out?
Probably.
I think it says 03. And so, like, other than Star Wars and, like, Indiana Jones movies with sequels,
Yeah.
like, when I watched those as a kid a lot, but I never really, like, thought about them being sequels. It just, like, was one big story to me, right? So I think X2 was one of, like, the first, like, in my brain recognized sequels that I saw. Did not disappoint.
Yeah, and the Nightcrawler stuff, incredible.
Yeah, if it wasn't for, like, one or two other movies that are on here and based on X-Men, I think that would... Oh, shit, my bad.
Never hit record.
Yeah, I never hit record. If it wasn't for one or two other movies on here, it would be an S, but there are. So, A it is. Dark Phoenix.
It's just ass cheeks.
Yeah, that's not a good movie.
Also, they forgot the New Mutants.
Oh, yeah, that's not on here, huh?
I'm pretty sure that's Fox. That movie's ass too. It'll go in the F tier as well, but it's not
Yeah, because it was like the last Fox movie before
Oh.
they were doing all that stuff. Yeah, I can't really think of anything redeeming about this movie to even argue D. So, are you in agreement with F?
Yeah. If there's a tier under F, we would put it in there. Shit trash.
I'm not good with movie posters, and there's not a title, so help me out.
That's Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past.
This is the regular edition. There's a Rogue director's cut
Oh, yeah.
with Rogue in it. But she was pregnant and couldn't do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Still a really good movie. I like it.
To me, this is an S
Yeah.
for X-Men films.
I agree. Yeah. Incredible movie. Really fun. Really cool to see. Like younger versions. I think that was a really cool way to go with that. Time travel and like sort of things like that, not always really successful in movies,
No.
but they pulled it off really well. Apocalypse.
D. The scene when Magneto loses his wife and kid.
Yeah.
Is incredible.
Yeah, that is really good.
Top 5 favorite best X-Men scenes of all time.
Yeah.
However, the rest of the movie sucks on washed toes.
Yeah. I always feel conflicted with stuff like this because I understand wanting to make characters look like comic book accurate, but the shit just doesn't translate to live action a lot of times, and I hate the way Apocalypse looks. But
Oscar Isaac had all that playing on him for no reason.
I mean, yeah. Deadpool.
I think this is an S.
Yeah, I do too. And it's like Deadpool 2 hurt this movie for me, but if we're examining it by itself, I don't think I can argue. It's incredible.
Speaking of Deadpool 2, they left off Deadpool 2.5.
Oh, the
Christmas.
the Princess Bride one?
Yeah.
The PG-13 version?
Yeah.
All right, time to argue. Because next up is Logan,
This movie,
which to me is an easy S.
overrated.
That's a S.
This movie's so overrated. Everyone's talking about how Marvel movies are so bad because the villains suck. They literally redid Logan and was like, all right, he's the villain. Make Sabretooth the villain. Make Omega Red the villain.
Okay. Sabretooth has been the villain.
So,
But
there's history, the story. He finally kills him, and he feels bad about it.
the movie's not about the villain. The story is an emotional. It's a character story. It's not about the villain.
He's being hunted by grade
but it's
A
not about,
weenies.
This is literally like. First of all, to be clear, the movie I'm about to mention is head and shoulders better than Logan. But it's the same thing with Train to Busan. It's not about what's hunting them or how they're being hunted. It's about what is going on while they're being hunted.
I don't care. It's a superhero movie. It falls under that rule for me. I would say B.
Well,
And you would say S, so it goes into A.
Deadpool 2.
I'm stuck between D and F, honestly. I really do not like this movie.
I was thinking D. It's not like entirely irredeemable. It took probably 30 minutes of watching the movie before I was like, I don't think I like where this is going. And so, since it wasn't like, in my opinion, awful from start to finish, I'll give it a D.
Okay.
I think it had some moments, but they were few and far between.
No Diddy. You say he'll give it the D. You hear that, Deadpool?
X-Men: The Last Stand.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Right.
I
mean, that alone has to bump it up at least one.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. That put it in a C. It's not C worthy to me.
Huh?
I don't think it's C worthy.
See, I was thinking C. I mean, we don't have enough to like do high C, low C, but I would have said low C. So in that case, I'm not gonna bitch about it being in D. So why not? I'm still putting it ahead of those two. Those movies, fucking, I hate those movies. X-Men Origins Wolverine.
We might have to argue again. Guilty pleasure.
No, I agree.
I have a C all day.
I have a really complicated relationship with this movie.
This movie's
because
trash, and I love it.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think to be fair, the opening sequence is really fucking good.
Yeah, the title cards are fucking phenomenal. Where they're going through the war and
right. Like their whole
the title sequence, shit, phenomenal.
Yeah, really fucking good. And I don't really watching the movie. I don't really start to hate it until Ryan Reynolds shows up. But
he's annoying as fuck.
But then I'm like, well, I mean,
the CGI is ass.
Let me rephrase that. Until Stone Shut Ryan Reynolds shows up, and then I'm like, this.
And the blob scene's pretty.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird decisions.
But they had the balls to put a bullet in Wolverine's head. I appreciate that. I'm kind of with C.
Yeah,
personally. I mean, I think there's enough to enjoy in it. X-Men.
I think this is a B just because of the movies in C and in A. It started it. It didn't blow nobody's socks off.
Yeah.
It told a consistent, well thought out story, and it got people invested in the franchise.
I was about to say, it did enough to make superhero movies like a viable option for Hollywood.
Yeah.
And for that, it certainly deserves some credit. X-Men First Class.
Maybe my personal favorite X-Men movie.
Yeah.
I want to go S, but it's probably an A.
Yeah. I think there's like some stuff in it that's like a little corny to me. But it's not like necessarily dialogue or anything like that. It's just kind of like non-verbal stuff and some costume stuff. But it's supposed to be an early on thing. So,
Yeah, 70s.
I get it. Yeah, I'm good with A. If you're good with A.
I'm good with A.
But it's going behind Logan. I can't remember. Is this just The Wolverine?
You're correct.
Yeah. This movie's not good.
Okay. I was going to go C.
Yeah.
Just because like it has some cool action stuff.
It does have some cool action stuff.
But
I'm with
it's boring as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
Like they shit the bed on the Silver Samurai. I got a better Silver Samurai story in that 30-minute X-Men cartoon than this film gave me in 2 hours.
Right. So...
C?
C.
Where Logan should be.
C there. Absolutely not. First of all, you said B. So...
Put him with his friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, S tier was really easy.
Yeah.
I think Deadpool's a smidge better than Days of Future Past. Personally.
Yeah, it's like...
So if we had to order them, like we usually do?
It's hard for me. I won't argue that. It's just really... There's like such completely different movies. Yeah. But when you examine the parts as a whole, Deadpool is like... The comedy hits, the action hits, the story's really good. It actually has a little bit of heart in it. Like, tough to argue. And I think, you think you could say the same thing about Days of Future Past? It's mildly convoluted, not in a bad way. It's, well, maybe complicated is a better word because of what you're doing in the film. So, like, Deadpool is an easier watch, I guess, at least the first time around. So, I'm down with that.
All right. Let us know what you think should be an S tier, A tier, etc. Where do we fuck up? Scroll back up to the like button, share the video, and subscribe.
It's not a game, it's a